Hey guys, how you going? It is Andrew here. It is Thursday, 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I'm here with Harren. Arun, Harren, how you doing, brother?
Absolutely amazing, guys. It is again another Thursday, another actually it's the last Thursday of the month, isn't it?
It is, man. How crazy is it? How?
Perfect.
My God, look,
Perfect.
the date is in the description here. It's the 28th of May, man. We're almost in June. Can you believe that already? We just
I seriously I can't believe it.
Where's the year gone?
It's been
I
almost
saw something
6 months.
exciting. I saw something exciting. I don't can't remember whether I saw it yesterday or whether I saw it this morning, but Steve Gagey saying hey, Russia could be on because we'll be able to travel again. So how exciting that'll be good.
There you
I'll
go.
tell you what, it's I'm in some need of getting out and traveling at the moment. I can tell you right now, I'm starting to get a little bit of cabin fever, which is it's
That's
okay.
both of us, bro.
Oh, hold on, I've got to bring up some.
That is absolutely
There it is. Hey,
go for it.
Bet, how you
Go for it.
doing? So obviously we'll let a few more people arrive here, so we'll just gin a little bit. I've been doing some stuff in the backyard, man. Been plenty of stuff going on here, building things up again.
Nice.
Finally putting my Santa Maria grill in. Can't wait for that.
Perfect. Perfect. I certainly can't wait to be there and and devour with the grill.
The Wawa. Is that like the
Devour.
Wali? No, sorry, that's disrespectful,
Yeah, I heard the boys told me like, Anna, we're gonna have Indian night. So there you go. Really certainly looking forward for that.
bro. I just saw the coolest way to make a tandoor oven, and it's like for less than sort of like $100, make a tandoor oven for your backyard. Decent sort of size too.
Nice.
So, yep. Now I'm making a tandoor oven here as well. So you'll have that or with the grill. There's so many ways to cook.
Yeah,
Be able to cook bread in the oven.
but I'm excited. That's like my wildest dream coming true.
Oh well, mate. What did Sarah said? The borders open up again, or people will be able to travel in again after the 1st of July.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
So
Can't wait.
that'll be good, man. We might have to have a party here. I think we'll coincide it with
Huh?
the opening of the office on the Gold Coast because that's coming along pretty
Yeah,
nicely too.
that's it. That's it. That's it. You know what? Let's make this office opening really awesome, huh?
Why not? Mate. It's an epic office. We we're taking delivery of a lot of the furniture at the moment, which is awesome. So the classroom's really starting to look like a classroom. We've got those chairs in there. I've got to go down and
Mhm.
put up the soundproofing, the 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 foam because I've got the foam now for the booth. But other than that, she's good to go. We'll get that recording kit in there. People will be able to come. They'll be able to do podcasts there if they want to. They'll be able to do one of the walls will be green screen, so people will actually be able to come in and do things for their own business, even if it's outside of this. So we'll be able to rent it out, and
Mhm.
with their own branding in behind it. So we've kind of thought about that a little bit, which is pretty cool.
Perfect. Perfect.
Cool, right?
Now
So
with that,
yeah, go. Do you want to
I
lead
think
us
we
out,
get
mate? You want to open up with the first question, or what? What have we got? 5 questions that were submitted. I know Richard Burnell will be here at some stage. He said he got about 6 questions to ask. So hey guys, of course.
Richard Burnell. Okay,
Yep,
cool,
and
cool.
guys, the idea of this
Looking
live
forward.
Q and A is that you are able to ask questions live as they spring to your mind. You write them in the thing. We'll chuck them up on the screen and we'll get them answered. But of course, in the description of this, also we do have the link to the form that you're able to submit questions through the week as they come up for you. Now, here's something I want you to consider. Oh, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for you guys. Here's something I want you to consider. On the banner of this page, so the cover image for this page, for this group, it actually says that there's the live Q&A. If you click on that photo, it will take you to the description and the link is in that description. So that's for easy access. If you're like, oh, where's that link again? That's how you find it. So go and click on the banner. It'll take you through to the description and then you are able to put in all your questions. And of course, we welcome that.
Awesome.
So I'll let you
Awesome.
lead us out, bro.
Just like Bob Fordham said, hello everyone. Another bloody awesome day.
Absolutely. Absolutely another awesome
Perfect.
day.
Perfect. All right. Now, obviously, the first question for the day is ready, and I'm gonna read it out loud. It is it's about the EIP courses. All right. I'm sure this is a general question that everyone had, and it's quite a quite interesting one. It's like, You know what? We have all these EIP courses, but they are usually in Russian. All right. So when
Da.
are we gonna get this translated, and or are we just continue to keep using subtitles
Well,
forever and ever
the
and ever?
actual word that's come through is that we all have to learn how to speak Russian. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, carry on, Heron.
Da,
Да, да,
хорошо.
отлично, точно.
But yeah, and then just add three more words to it. Kurica Riva. But anyways, so has there been any progress in translating EIP courses rather than requiring the use of subtitles? Now, you guys are absolutely lucky because I was actually speaking about this last night with the director of education, Annette Martinson. All right.
Annette
Now,
Martinsone.
yeah, and one of the things that her new department is doing is actually they are recompiling all the courses that we had in the past odd 3 to 4 years. Okay, and they have come up with a number, and they have now identified the gaps and also what we already have, and also the overlaps. Okay, so obviously with that they're taking the best contents. So obviously in the most recent times marathon would be the best content that we have, and also some of the amazing trainings that have been done by Mila, Andrew Hawks, Andre himself, and Armand and few others, and they are in the process of being translated into three languages first, I think. At least 3 or 4 languages at first, and some of them are actually due to be reshot. Does it make sense? If the video is about 3 years old or anything, or even 2 or 1 year old, I think we are now have the resources to actually do it as a new topic or reshoot it.
Yep.
So I would presume whatever that you see being attached as a bonus in your packages, they all would be updated in the next 60 days, less than 60 days. I think they would be 60 days would be a long stretch, but they are coming slowly. All these things are being updated because we just streamlined the whole package into five units,
Yeah.
five packages, and they are now fixing up all those things. Andrew, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I just want everyone to sort of keep in mind there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of content that go into these. So to go through it all, to repackage it into a usable content for us, and as Heron said, reshooting some of them, sort of freshening things up. That is a process. It does take some time. So we do appreciate everyone's patience while that's happening. We know, look, there is the stuff there that we can access right now, and right now it is available with subtitles. You're right. But there will, as Heron said, it's going to come out in the languages, and we just need to display a bit of patience. And I know, you know what? If there's one thing I've learned from this business, and I've learned heaps, okay, I've learned plenty, but if there's one thing I've really learned from this business, patience is definitely one of those things that we need to have. As they say, patience is a virtue. I never really understood that when I was growing up, but it's something like I'm one of those people that I want it now. I want it instant. And it's like when I start doing something in my backyard, it might, I can look at it and I go, well, to get that done, it's probably 3 or 4 days work. So if I do that just on the weekends, then that's 2 to 3 weekends. I'm like, no, I just do it now, and I can have it finished this week. That's how I like to do things, but I can't do it that way because I'm still committed here as well, right? So patience is that thing, and there is a lot of content for us to go through. It has been repackaged. It is coming out to make sure that it's easily digestible for us all, which is obviously important as well.
Absolutely. And excuse me, my bad, guys. The weather in Perth is terrible, so it's chilly and cold, and I'm worried I'll get sick again. But otherwise, yeah, as Andrew has said, reshooting this whole package, and the whole education that we have, it is a big task. And you know what? With the new VIP club, and we try to set a standard, right? We all don't want to settle for second best. So I would say give the department some time, give the company some time, and absolutely, I hope you won't be disappointed. So that's my words.
Yep, 100%, mate, 100%.
Cool.
So I'm going to say something to you, Harry. You need to move to your left just about 2 inches. No, you're right, 2 inches.
How's that?
You know, you've gone too far the other way. You look like you're leaning against the wall of the. You haven't cut in half your face. You're like Two-Face in Batman.
I know. Not that kind of bad Two-Face.
No, no, not at all.
Super villain Two-Face.
Super villain Toothpaste. Oh, okay. So Richard, we're not going to be able. Can you break those down and ask them little bits and pieces, because I can't put all of that on the screen.
So Richard Bonham. Okay, perfect. So let's go with the first question. Ta-da! On market exchange, if we can only publish unit for CR. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. There you go.
You're perfectly positioned to answer that one, Heron, because you presented that the other night. I know there is the options coming back to the exchange. So you want us to go over that with us?
Yep. Okay. So I think there were a few things happened along the week, and the final news we got was it was going to be launched between the 25th and the 31st. That's what they kind of came back and said, didn't they? So on market exchange, if you can only publish unit for CRU, where are the matching CRU units coming from? Obviously from your unblocked CRUs, wouldn't it, Andrew?
Say again. I was reading a question and adjusting something here.
Yeah. So on market exchange, if we can only publish units for CRU, where are the matching CRU for units offer coming from?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
They could be coming from the reserve fund. Now, what I do know is that that ability to post CRU for unit is supposed to be coming back. It should have already been back. It was meant to come back on the 25th. So what are we now, the 28th? So we should have had it back up in the back office. Now, what's probably going to happen with that, and I alluded to it last week, is that the peer-to-peer stuff will probably go away. And as I said, the reason that's going to go away is because people are abusing that system. Unfortunately,
Massive.
They're people that should know better. We've got vice presidents that are abusing that system, which is really, really sad to see. And in some people's mind, actually taking advantage of some of the partners, which is, again, I'm pretty sure the ethics department are having a look at that. So I would say at this stage, Richard, the reserve fund, but keep your eye out, because people will be able to put their own CRU up on that exchange again very soon, again, provided they're part of the VIP club.
Yep. And of course, do watch out for that being broken up into 5 different categories, as lots as what they say. And one lot here would be equivalent to 100 CRUs. And then 5, 50, and 100.
Yeah.
And then there was another special one was going to come as well. But as Andrew has said, and I think we were one of the first people to call it out and continuously talk about in our live Q&A, that people are abusing the system right, left, and center. So
which unfortunately is human nature. And guys, that comes from a conditioning that we have right from a young age, is to get what we can. Now, not everybody is like that. I get that. It is a human trait. And it's not because they're trying to disadvantage anyone else. It's because they actually are coming from a place of scarcity, a scarcity mindset. If you come from an abundance mindset, you realize there's really enough to go around for everyone. So you don't need to do those little things and game the system to try and get an advantage. In the long run, you disadvantage yourself. In all honesty, when you do those sorts of things. But again, it's something that is conditioned into us, and it's not done out of malice. It's done merely out of a scarcity mindset that, unfortunately, we are indoctrinated in. And you got to do a little bit of work on yourself, and that's what I love about our company. We've got that work there that we can do to get from that scarcity mindset to the place of abundance when you know everything is there. And guys, there's a sense of freedom in that. When you get to that point where there is just this massive abundance mindset, you know that no matter what you do, you're always going to have enough. No matter what action you take, it's always going to work out in some way. And if you've got a positive mindset, usually in your favor. This certainly might be my experience. I can't speak for everyone, but that's been my experience. And I know when I stopped, and that's what happened with this opportunity, with our company. When I stopped and went, you know what? I'm okay. Whatever I do from here on out, my family's going to be all right. everything changed because I was no longer worrying about what am I going to get, where am I going to get it from. It was just, it's working, it's going to be okay. Move on. The next thing will come to me, and that's fine. But unfortunately, not everyone's at that point yet.
Well said, Andrew. That's on point. So again, continuing on Richard Bono's question, is stage 2 going to be extended like stage 1? Price of CRU on AK. So Andre Horato's chart was for stage 2 was 20 to 40 cents, and are we still on 20 cents? So there's a two-part question here. Are we going to be extending our stage, which is next will be 2.3? Phase two, stage 3, I would like to call it. And is the price of per CRU still stuck at 20, or is it going to be between 20 to 40? Again, I'll start, then Andrew jump in. We really don't know. Well, if you would have been in one of those summary webinars, and Andre has repeatedly said this, me and Andrew have repeatedly said this, that it's strongly dependent on new business coming in and also the number of members coming in, which strongly influences the price per CRU. Okay, so in order for that to be 40 cents, the investment stuff also has some big part to it, and also the number of members has a big part of it. So if the numbers correlate, then obviously the price would go up. Okay, so that's something you need to watch out for. So that's keeping up with the numbers would be a good thing. And the presidential council can answer this, Andrew. So you're part of that. Of course, we have the Golden Friday coming up this Friday, which is actually tomorrow. Okay, so with that, I really don't know if it's going to be extended. If it's going to be extended, cool, nice. But Andrew, what are you?
I think I just reiterate what you said. You know, moving stages is largely dependent on the amount of people that we enroll, the amount of people, the uptake we have, the conversion ratios that we have. And Andre said that a number of times, is that it might not be specified by a date. We've got to move a certain amount of product, as always, to be able to move the stage. It's pointless moving a stage if we're not yet mature enough to do so, if we haven't got the funds to back that up. So the price is largely dependent on that too. However, the spread does change each and every week for that exchange. And I don't know I think it's up around 20, up to 24.
I think it's 25, I think, the last I checked.
Yeah, I was going to say 24, 25, up to 24, 25 at the moment. So that spread is there, and it does change each and every week. So it's just a matter of, we've still got to introduce this to people. We've still got to bring people in. And I fully understand that there's people that want to remain passive, and that's up to them. That's fine. But what I would say to those people is, if you want to remain passive, then you really need to display patience. You can't go, why isn't this happening now, if you're not getting out and helping to make it happen. You've just got to wait and get when it comes. So we'd all like it to go a little bit faster. That'd be great. But coming back to that scarcity and abundance mindset, it's the ones that have got that scarcity mindset that are going, why isn't it happening now? Why isn't it happening now? The ones with the abundance mindset are going, it's going to happen, it's okay, and it's coming. And it's gonna sort us out for a long time to come. So I'm okay with that. So, you know, there's nothing in stone to say we will move stage at this time. It really is dependent largely on our level of activity and whether we're bringing the people in, whether they're doing what's needed. That's what it comes down to.
That's it. And you know what? It's not a one-way street at all. It's a two-way street here. Okay, we grow. Our organization grows, and then end of the day, both are benefiting massively. All right, and which is directly leads into the next follow-up question that Richard has put. That okay, so if you're telling us that if we have 10 million members, that means it equals to $15 to $40 per CRU. Does it follow that incremental growth in members will correlate to the CRU price? Precisely what we just said. So does that now mean that 3 million people equals to $1 to $2? That's what the chart said, and that's the calculation that Andre has put out for. I would say yes. Andrew, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, all I would say to that is that it's not an exact science. Numbers are numbers, absolutely. If if X equals Y, then Z's going to happen. Does it make sense? So I'm going to sneeze, so I'll apologize up in advance. Coming back. The 10 million to get to 15 to 40, yes, based on those figures, based on a certain amount of volume going through the business as well, we'll put it at those figures. But again, that's largely dependent on us as well and our activity. And the follow-up, the last part of that 1.4 is a part of that 10 million, yes, Richard. So the idea is to have at least 10% of that 10 million who are actually entrepreneurs and are out building the business. And if we do that, and guys, that's huge. That's 90% of the people that can go, okay, we're waiting, right? If we think about it in that context, so 10% of the people are out. And if you think of Pareto's law, the 80-20 rule, then it's generally going to be 20% are going to be doing 80% of the work. So if you think about that ratio and how it breaks down, it is still largely dependent on us. We have to drive those figures to get to that. But yes, the 1.4 is included in the 10 million, mate.
Absolutely. And again, guys, welcome to everyone. Bob, Michael, Evelyn, I know you're watching with Neil. Hi, Neil. How are you? I'm glad today won't be the day that you're typing comments first. Yeah, everyone, Josh Tarafu and Mick Sedman, Hirani, Bet, welcome.
Absolutely.
Next question, brother.
Oh, there's another one up here from Richard. So we'll just go over it. In lots of discussion groups, there's talk about the external exchange being set back from June. Is that official? No, I haven't heard anything about that. And that's the problem with all the external chat groups that the company's trying to close down. There's way too many chat groups going on with all these sorts of conversations that are happening where nobody actually knows what's going on. So I haven't heard anything to that effect at all, Richard. So I would say hearsay at this stage until you hear something or see it posted in the back office. Hearsay. That's how to answer that.
Yep, absolutely. And you know what? In our organization, we are going through a massive forward movement stage. Okay. A lot of the things that we one people dealing and in charge are slowly turning into departments. Okay. And those departments are not just sitting and shaking their legs. All right. And Andrew is in quite a number of them as well. And of course Mila and a lot of people in the organization, and everyone is doing more than needed work to go forward. All right, we have our ups, we have our downs, but the common goal is common and we all are clear of the mission. All right, so whatever questions that you're asking, the exchange, what's going to happen, all this will be made clear very, very, very soon. How soon? Quite soon.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you that. We obviously this good news, you are the people that we want to share with, right? There's nobody else from outside we want to come and tell them, because you guys are already in the game.
Absolutely.
We want to tell you to make your game even more better.
Even more better. 100%. 100%. Hey, look, there's a question here from Grant Kalanek. I love it. Hi, guys. For people who don't join VIP Club this year, will they be able to sell their CRU in the future? Of course, absolutely. Probably not through the internal exchange. They won't have an option to do so until it's listed on an open exchange somewhere, and that may well be our own open exchange. And at that time, the public market or the public who are not involved with our company will be able to purchase it as well. My question would be, why would you want to at that time? Because that's obviously when there's going to be massive value in it. With everything, the structure that we've got with the utility token, with the stable coin, and with this all sort of coming together, it's going to be one very, very valuable commodity that, will literally be worth its weight in gold.
Very, very valuable commodity one day. Yeah, so with that we'll go to the next question, which was the marketing question. And I know a lot of you are looking up for this and expecting something comes down in this space. This was from one of the forms that we put in every week. So are there any plans to have marketing tools? When I mean marketing tools, specifically talking about clothing materials, which is t-shirts, like a wonderful Create Legacy t-shirt that Andrew's wearing, business cards, caps, letterheads, even maybe pens, wristbands, signs, whatever. Do the company provide this, or company provide templates for this, or partners arrange their own? Andrew, I'll let you answer this.
Cool. So for the business cards, for pens, for ties, for scarves, if you go into, oh, scarves, maybe not ties either at the moment, but definitely business cards. If you go into partner tools in your back office, in one of the tabs, it could be the TNG tab. You might have to check all of them. There is, in fact, templates there already for business cards, and I believe pens as well. But coming back to swag, t-shirts, shirts, all those sorts of things, yes, that is definitely on the horizon for us. There's a few other things that are just slightly more important at the moment that we're working through, but there are templates for business cards, and I believe letterhead there even as well. So definitely go in the back office and check that out. That's under partner tools in your back office.
Absolutely. So yeah, use it to your advantage. And I'm sure, with all recent changes and so on, the marketing team would come up with for the new materials coming up as well. um which now goes to our next question. Should we pick one from the chat, Andrew?
Yeah, we've got another one here from Richard. He said he had about 6, so that's cool. It was suggested the white paper and auditor's report would be released once our application was lodged with the SEC. Now that it has been done, will the white paper and auditor's report now be released? I would imagine that yes, but only in the closed meeting. And obviously you'll have to sign the NDA to be able to get access to that. And I don't know that you'll be able to get it to download at this stage. It'll just be what they show you on the meeting. But guys, that auditor's report, the audit was done by one of the big four. So it's all legit. The figures that Andre was talking about have been verified by Ernst & Young. It was released a few weeks ago on a webinar. So it's all looking very, very positive. Now, guys, just because we've submitted with the SEC, which we have, our application's been submitted, there's lots of things happening in that space. That's no guarantee that it will be accepted. They may send it back and say you need to fulfill this, and this obligation in order for us to process it any further. So the good news about that is that we've got a very, very good legal team on board that they've got their finger on the pulse. There's been a lot happen since they've been with our company. This last 6 months, what has taken shape or what has happened within the back end that is shaping things up has been nothing short of phenomenal of where we're at. And to be honest, and I like being full disclosure and a little bit transparent, and this isn't to put fear into anyone, it's not, it's to give you assurance that we're on the right track. But to be honest, the fact that we got to where we were by the time, and this is no disrespect to our other legal team either, but the legal team that we have on board, the fact that we got to where we were as a company and lasted as long as we did is just testament to the vision that our company has and the good people that we've got at the top. Because if we're all honest, there was a little disarray, and now that we've got a really crack legal team on board, everything's sort of gone from this, if you can see that, I'll get back so you can see it's gone from that to more like that, and it's getting tighter and tighter, which is a good thing. It's really, really cool. Good to see.
Very nice. I like that. Don't you like when some order is in place?
100%. 100%.
So I'm really looking forward for those good times, and I think that's it. Not looking forward for this time. The time's already started. We just have to ride the wave with it. So let's just go.
So Bob Fordham's
Cool,
asking,
cool.
I'll just, because I've already put it up, Bob Fordham's asking about landing pages in the back office. So I've said it a couple of times, not necessarily specifically about landing pages, but about the back office. There is a new back office being worked on right now. So there has been questionnaires gone out to the key people within the company, the directors and heads of department, leadership council, president's council, and they've had their say as to how this back office should look. So included in that are landing pages, and the suggestion is a funnel of sorts. So it won't just have landing pages, you'll actually have follow-up email sequences as well. That's the idea behind it. So hopefully soon, but they are coming. They're not there yet. It'll come with the new back office, which will be this year for sure.
All right. So we have the ETA for the new website by end of this year, Andrew.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. And guys, if you do have anything that you wanna say that you like to see, maybe put in this chat, and Andrew will have a look. Just say what's the most important thing that you like to see in the website. Just a random candid one.
Yep, absolutely. Here's a question here from Lucy Martin. Will this Friday be the only Golden Friday? You want to take that, Harry?
Actually, I'm not sure. I know I announced it last week. I thought it would be something which was going to be done every Friday, but I apologize. But Andrew, I was actually meaning to ask you this. Is this Golden Friday going to be a regular thing? So,
Well, look, here's the thing, right? It depends how successful it is. If we've got Golden Friday on this week, if it doesn't get well supported, then no, we'll probably do something else to try and increase people coming in and activity. I mean, when you think about it, that's what promotions are about. The promotions are put on to bring more people in, to create more activity, to create more revenue, and let's be honest, that's what they're for, is to create more revenue, right? So if it's not if it's not successful this week, then we may not do it again. So I'd encourage everyone to jump at the chance. I mean, there's good
yeah.
discounts. What, up to 35% discounts?
I know. I know. They
Phenomenal.
they almost bring it back to last stage, very close to last stage prices, which was pretty cool. You know what? If Golden Friday doesn't work, then maybe we'll do Terrific Thursday or maybe What's Up Wednesday.
What's up Wednesday? I like that. What's up Wednesday? Actually, I've got to share something. The Golden Friday, when it was being discussed in the President's Council, that's not quite how it was translated. I'll leave that to your imagination, but it was entertaining to say the least.
Cool. Now do have a question from Devin Howard coming and ask, like, I'm pretty sure he's really pumped about the Golden Friday. Coming on late with the new promotion on Friday. How do I pay 50 cents on packages purchase it? Well, I can put this question back to you guys. It's a promotion based on percentages. So that's why you get this odd 50 cents and so on, right? So when you top up, just top up to the nearest dollar and you'll be fine. And you'll probably have that 50 cents extra. Maybe when we catch up, you can get me an ice cream with it.
Oh, hey, if you're giving out ice cream, I'm up for one as well. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go. So there's two people with ice creams here. So Devin, uh,
I understand what you're saying, mate. Look, in all honesty, you end up with odd figures in your back office anyway, particularly when you start getting into depth. I've got like 17.17 units inside my back office, so
yeah, I've got 61 cents in my back office somewhere
yeah,
in
yeah,
API.
yeah, and I can't move it, so this might just be the ideal time to spend it.
Exactly. I'll be stuck with my 61 my 1 cent.
Yes, yes.
So there you go, Devin. And to everyone, just round it up to the next whole dollar. I think for another 50 cents, you're not going to be that worried. So yeah.
Gary's asked this question. I guess it pertains to landing pages. So can partners create their own or need to use those in the back office? Well, there's none in the back office right now, so you kind of have to create your own if you want to. My advice behind that is don't use any of the company branding in landing pages. And if you really want to market and get cast a greater net, then you don't want to brand your marketing anyway. And you want to do blind marketing. And I've never been a big fan of blind marketing. And what I mean by that is you cast a net and it doesn't say NEEW or Skyway or Swig or anything on it anywhere. It's just the net. Hey, if I could show you how to XYZ, would you? Right? That's kind of a blind marketing. So yes, by all means use your own landing pages, but don't use any of the branding and make sure that you're not being misleading. At the end of the day, you're responsible for what you say on your landing pages, and any regulatory authority will be coming after you, not anyone else, because it's your landing page. So that would be my advice there.
Cool. That's great. We do have more questions coming in, but I think we'll pick one up from the Google Forms that we have. So will
Yes.
bonus tokens received from referral purchases and 10% tokens gifted by the company in December also be unlocked for staking?
No, look, this question came. I had a very similar question from someone personally who was upset that their bonus CRU wasn't being unlocked. It wasn't fair. I've got literally millions of bonus CRU that's not been unlocked either. So we're all in the same boat. And no, it won't be. So in short, it won't be. When it'll be unlocked eventually. It will be unlocked eventually, but it won't be unlocked in time for you to use in the staking, I wouldn't imagine. So any bonus CRUs not locked. And so there's a 350-day aged ledger for your purchased CRU, and you get 1% unlocked, right? And eventually after 2.5 years, you'll have all of it unlocked. Awesome. But the aged ledger for the bonus, I believe, is around 550 days. So it's a little bit longer. So no, they won't be unlocked. Is the long and the short of that.
Yep, absolutely. Um, yeah, and I think a lot of us here would be sitting with a lot of gifted CRUs for us. Eventually, they will be unlocked, but at this stage, there's no, and Andrew Clip perfectly said it. So yeah, just wait and see.
Now, I'm just
Cool.
giving everyone a
And
heads up. If I go dark for a minute, it's because my camera's gone flat and I have to switch cameras. So I'm just giving you a heads up if I disappear for a couple of secs. So Kim's asked, Kim Pierce, how are you? I hope you're well. How will we be receiving the promo code to access the for Golden Friday discounts? You want to answer that, Heron?
yeah, the last I saw the news, this is how I knew that the codes were going to be presented to VIP members, if I'm not wrong, VIP members, and I think it's through an internal system, maybe like a post or something like that. And you have to be a VIP member to participate in this Golden Friday, if I'm not wrong. Andrew, do you want to correct that?
You definitely have to be VIP member to be able to participate in Golden Friday. And if they are, and in fact, I'll lay this out now, and it has been said before, to participate in any of the promotions going forward, you'll have to be a VIP member. And guys, why wouldn't you want to be anyway? There's so many advantages of being in that. Staking is just one of them. And I've said it, if you stake your tokens for your CRU for 24 months, you're going to get 60% back on that. So if you're putting 100,000 tokens in over those 24 months, you're going to get another 60,000. That's epic. Like, you're never going to get that back. Just imagine that's worth, they're worth the figures that Richard Burnell were talking about before, $15 and $40. Amazing, right? It just boggles me that people are questioning whether they should or shouldn't. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so I would imagine that it'll arrive in your VIP back office.
Absolutely. And I just literally gone to my API back office, and there was a news right there. I've just copied that specific part mentions about the promo code, and I've posted it in this chat. So long story short, follow the news, only available to VIP club members, and it will be given to you guys when you're a VIP member. You'll just watch out for the news, okay? Watch out for the news.
Sure. I've just bear with me, guys, just for a second.
Cool. Maybe I'll tell a joke this time. What do you call a Mexican who just lost his car? Put it on the chat, guys. I'm waiting. I'll repeat the question. What do you call a Mexican who just lost his car?
You guys should know this. You've heard it a few times. Of course.
That's probably the only joke.
Can I answer it? It's Carlos.
yeah. There you go. Go for it. Tell me the answer, Andrew.
It's Carlos.
It's Carlos. It's car loss. Get it? Now we have flipped. I'm on the other side and you're on this side.
Yeah, we're back now. Don't worry. I've sorted it out. I like this Taco Cruise Day.
Taco Tuesday. That's classic. I'm pretty sure that would have been Josh Tadafu.
Yeah. So Richard's asked this question: does having a regular Golden Friday then mean sales drop as people wait till the next one? Potentially, but if the volume's higher and you generate more revenue, then that's not necessarily a bad thing. So They may be regular, they may not be. Who knows? It really does depend on how this one goes this week, to be honest, mate.
Is it just the chat's not coming through? Ah, there you go. It's coming now. Carlos Santana. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
Interesting. Interesting.
Where am I? We get large packages for AUD instead of. That's how I think. I like that. I like you thinking, Yvonne. I think that's beautiful. We get large packages for AUD instead of USD, and that's about right. That's pretty close to being accurate. Yep, I'll give you that. I like it. Devon's still going on about 50 cents. I can't even buy an ice cream, but if you two we'll have to share. Well, if we have to share, we have to look. You're obviously shopping in the wrong place, Devon. I'll show you where to get ice cream for 50 cents.
I know.
McDonald's does soft serves.
I think it's 30 cents here. I think in Australia. I think might be like 25 cents in US. If I'm not wrong, if somebody's watching from US, what's the price of a soft serve of in USA?
I'll chip in a nickel and dime. We'll be good.
Perfect. We probably have some leftover Vegas money we can use.
That's if you haven't spent them in the slots.
There you go. Oh, this is so cool.
Here we go. What else we got here? Shane. That's great because the bonus CLU. Yes, I agree 100%. Richard's got, does that... I'm going to put this up here because it's a good question. I mean, Richard always asks good questions and there's no bad questions here, but this is a really, really pertinent one. Does that mean that staking will be finished before the 540 maturing time of bonus CRU is reached? There's every chance of that. Now, let's have a look at what staking is for. Oh, I better look at the right camera. That one's turned off, so I'll look at the right one now. Let's have a look at what staking was created for. Why have we got staking? What's the logic behind staking? Let me know your thoughts before I continue with that. What is the logic behind staking? Why do we stake our CRU? I mean, obviously we stake it for a reason, but why has the company created the option to stake CRU? Just let me know, and then I'll cover off on it.
Just share, right? Because we definitely would like to see the understanding of our wonderful partners. I think we did cover this last week and the week before as well, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, let's see how many of you retained that. And I'm watching those chat right now.
Yeah, me too. We're 30 seconds, probably about create scarcity. Well done, Richard. That's pretty good. So what it does, it's not just create scarcity. What it does is if particularly those people right from the start, right? Those people that got a large amount of CRU with their first purchases, obviously they'll have a large amount that's available to them. And if they all of a sudden just dump that in the market, then what happens to the price? If you dump something in the market, the price goes. But if it's tied up and they can't dump it in the market, then there's the potential for it to raise. It's the same as an early investor lockout for an IPO, right? So that's what the staking was brought into play for. So if we think about that and in that context, after 540 days, we probably won't need it. Now, will it still be around? Maybe, but I'd hedge my bets to say probably not. There's a better chance of it not being available than there is being. Now, the management might decide that, no, it's great, we're going to leave that, we want to keep giving CRU away. But I would hazard to guess that after 2 years, it probably... Well, it won't be quite 2 years. It'll be 18 months. It won't be quite there. That would be my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll just say this because it's quite timely. I actually did a webinar on cryptocurrency on Marathon this week. I don't know if anyone caught it, and I was specifically talking about this. And a lot of people asking, like, because I'm seeing all this hodling messages, hold and stuff like that, and it was quite interesting for me to see the Bitcoin's perspective of everything. Like even if Bitcoin was alive right now, Bitcoin will be coming to you and said, I started a community, and the community is not here to stop. And I'm 11-year-old kid. Don't constantly keep asking when I will grow up, when I will go up. It's quite interesting. If we give Bitcoin a bit of life, you will just start seeing things. Again, I'm not smoking anything, so I'm not tripping. Okay, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that Bitcoin is quite a infant. It's a teenager, and just hold the community is growing, and one thing that I thought is, don't let short blips get the community down. It will happen in our organization as well. Okay, I think it's a simple war of attrition with centralized currencies, which they are slowly digging their own grave. So just forget about the bumps on the road, and just zoom out and look at the bigger picture, and you will see cryptocurrency or even our organization, we are actually holding strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so no pumps and dumps, everything, stops the company from going kaput or whatever. um, it's certainly a process just to increase stability and actually give us some kind of base to work with. That's how I would put it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
It's a good 2 cents, mate. It's a good 2 cents. So where have we got here? There's a question here. The Sunni. Let's put this up. It says, does an account must be verified? So does an account have to be verified before Golden Friday? And if you want to purchase, so that's a question for you, I guess, since you announced that. I think there was verified accounts, wasn't it?
uh, for Golden Friday, yeah, obviously if you're a VIP member, then you're already verified. And yeah, so I would presume so.
Cool,
uh,
cool.
And also, are we at end of our question already? I think we had another one from
Yeah, we've got one. Oh,
the
you're
other.
talking about on the form, the Google form.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll read it out. It says, "Hi Andrew, I'm sure that has been covered, but could you please explain the unblocked CRU? I.e., is the unlocked only 1% of your total after 350 days, or that's if you didn't purchase any more, no more will be unlocked. So eventually, all of your CRU will be unlocked. It's just after 350 days, 1% of it's unlocked per month, right? So 1% is unlocked per
Mm-hmm.
month. So the first lot got unlocked on the 350 days, and by the end of I think it's 540 days, as Richard put up there before, primarily all of it will be unlocked. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
it's a
And
slow unlocking
also,
process again, so that it doesn't get dumped in the market.
mm-hmm. And also regarding with the unlocked ones, I remember reading a message from one of the partners saying that we are the third month of unlocking, right? Third or fourth month of unlocking
Mm-hmm.
right now, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wrong. They actually said they actually got a little bit more extra than usual, and I'm specifically talking about the adopters that got in early March, right? And you would have seen, like, from you would have steadily got some amount, and then suddenly the latest amount you got would have been a little bit extra. Do you want to comment on that, Andrew?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? I think every 3 months there's an increase on the unblocked CRUs that you
Yeah.
get. The
Well,
percentage. Yeah,
it seems so. I went to my back office and got quite a surprise the other day because I thought I'd locked all mine up again. I thought I'd staked it all, and went to my back office and went, "Oh wow!" There was quite a nice little surprise there. I was like, "Wow, yeah." So
yeah,
I think there is more and more coming up, which is great.
yeah, yeah. God damn it, Neil! You just typed something. I said hi to you like about almost an hour ago.
Oh, he's still going on about that. Oh, sorry, Neil.
uh,
So
crazy, crazy.
Nick, this is obviously if you're asking if staking closes before the blockchain is built, how will you receive your utility token? Well, it won't close before the blockchain's built. Uh, that's pretty much a given. Blockchain's well under development right now, and so staking will be around for a little while. And I did say this a few weeks ago with regards to the utility token. Eventually, right now we receive unlocked CRU as our repayment, like as our reward, if you like, each and every month. Eventually, that will become the utility token, so you'll earn the utility token, and you'll also have the opportunity to trade CRU for utility token if you want to do that further down the track, where you'll be able to purchase them outright. Now, in the tokenomics paper, which I've been told, and Heron's read read the paper as well, but the tokenomics paper is practically 3/4 of the white paper. So most of it's written. I've read most of it, so it's all there. But in the tokenomics paper, what it says is that those staking, so if we're staking here, you'll get a certain allocation of utility token, and so you'll get a high stake of utility token. And as the months draw on, the utility tokens will drop, but the staking will increase. It's a law of diminishing returns. Whatever happens with that, so the longer you have it staked, so if you stake it in the first few months, you'll get a high volume of utility token, and the longer it goes on, it sort of peters out. So, and that's obviously as it becomes more online, more mainstream. In the open market, when people start to see what the utility token can do and the fact that it is somehow associated with our CRU, the uptake on that will be phenomenal. And that's part of our portfolio. Like it really, when you look at all the mechanics of it, and if you understand, and I know you do, Richard, if you understand how blockchain and all that sort of thing works, when you look at the mechanics of the utility token paired with the CRU, we're in for a hell of a journey. I'm pretty excited, and I've been told that I hype things up. Maybe I don't intend to. I'm just excited, genuinely excited about what we've got and what happens. So there's some really cool shit coming down the track. Let me tell you.
I know, bro. Hyping it up, it's just truly an understatement.
That was Mick. Sorry, Mick.
Maybe because we understand it, we are more because we see the possibilities it could be, and what's coming is just makes it even much more cooler to be part of. And I just wish everyone here, on board with this with the same vision. And again, guys, we are not trying to build a cult or whatever. If I am in a cult, again, yeah, but we're not trying to preach anything, or maybe we're not brainwashed for this. It's standard person who actually have understanding of crypto and seeing something really good came with it. That's it. That is it. And I can see that the possibilities are quite endless.
Oh, huge. So
do you have any more questions?
Yeah, there's plenty. This is a cool one. I like it. Mm-hmm. If the lockdown stays for a year and a half, what are they going to do with the investing arm, I guess, of NEW? Will the CRU in 2024, 28, maybe $1,200 with the lockdown? Is that not? It is not possible. It's absolutely possible, 100%. If you understand markets, and Harren certainly understands markets, and if you look at what's going on at the moment, there are going to be absolute winners. Now, money doesn't disappear. It just transforms. And if we look at what happened in the 1930s, which was the Depression, right? Late 20s, early 30s, the Great Depression that we know about. And many of our grandparents lived through that. The money didn't disappear. Sure, there was a lot of people that there was a hardship that they went through, and they lost a few things, and there was a lot of people committed suicide because they couldn't handle the pressure and so on and so forth. But there were also a lot of people that made a lot of money at the same time. So money doesn't disappear, it just transforms. So if you can accurately predict where it's going to move to or transfers to and get in front of it before it happens, then you're in good stead. And that's the whole point of the education, is so that you can recognize those patterns and see where the money is going to move to and get in front of it before it does. And that's one of the reasons why our portfolio has stayed at the same value that it's at, is because we've planned it that way. Andre could foresee what was happening, and anyone with their finger on the pulse, I was going to say something else, but that's not fair. Anyone with their finger on the pulse could see what was going to happen. And I've been saying it for the last few years that we're in for a world of hurt. And I opened my presentation in India by saying the financial apocalypse is upon us. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. So our portfolio has been built with that in mind. And so coming back to your question, it's absolutely possible by 2024 to 2028 to get to those figures, solely because of where we're looking at putting the money and growing it. Anything to add to that, Harren?
No, just you said everything, bro, which is really cool. And yeah. With that, no, trust me. Yeah, Andrew said it right.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
I don't want to add anything more to it. Just through it. Yeah.
I've got to add this because I think we got to add a little bit of humor to these, right? I'm just laughing at Josh, laughing at Neil. 47 minutes is a record, and he's talking about typing hello. So, sorry, Neil gets so much shit from us.
We got all but left for you,
Yeah,
man.
he
Come
takes
on.
it with good stead. I love it. How am I able to know who's my upline? This is part of it. Okay, this is a cool question, Kim. I like this. This is a back office question. I can't add it to the broadcast for some reason. You have to click the link to say you're happy for me to add it, for me to be able to add it. But anyway, actually, I added one before. So what's happening? Who knows? So the question is, Kim's asked, how am I able to know who's my upline? If you log into your back office on a computer, it's really easy. Across the top, there's a little ribbon across the top of your page. Look at the right camera, Andrew. Across the top of the page is a little ribbon, and it's got up there who your sponsor is. So click on that, and it'll tell you who your upline and who your personal guide is, essentially, because they may not be the same people. If your upline is only a consultant, for example, or only an agent, for example, you may hit the other person there will probably be a leader manager, so one of the senior management within the company, so that they can assist you if your immediate upline can't. So that's how you find out. It's on the main page. As soon as you log in, there's a little ribbon that goes across the top of the page, and it'll be in there. Slightly different to find it on your phone. I believe you have to go into your profile on your phone with the mobile website and find it from there. Okay, Babu Ratu's asked, when is it coming? I'm not sure what when is. Can you give me some more context? Because we've probably moved on from what we were talking about, so I'm not sure exactly what you're asking when it's coming. So we've answered all those. Yeah, we've answered that one too. Is the CRU exchange now available for CRU points unit?
If event is If event is 6 can't happen because of the pandemic, will regionals occur and we continue to celebrate? What would you say, Andrew Hawks?
Well, look, obviously we want it to happen. We want it to happen, but that would be the ideal thing. Is if we can't get it, then yeah, regional events and just have, as you said, a big celebration.
Yeah, and trust me, my friend, I can't get out. I can't wait to get to one of our company events. It's been too long already.
Oh, really? Really?
I'm like, come on, have an event already. So what? We have lockdown. Just get something done.
Yeah, exactly. Get something locked down. Hey, I just wanted to add this in here. Alan said it, money transferred from the people who don't know what's going on to the people who do know what's going on. Now, that's in relation to what we spoke about before with the portfolio, with what happened in the Great Depression. It happened in 2008 as well, 2008, 2009. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, rent the movie The Big Short. It explains it perfectly. It's actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
You learn a lot from that movie. The Big Short. It's a good one.
Actually, I'm in love with that movie. Trust me, that's one of those movies.
It's a great movie. So Owen's asked this here: if CRU Exchange is CRU Exchange now available for CRU points to unit in the market? Because the last webinar I heard something like the exchange will be carried out first come first serve. There will be packages available, and yes, I haven't seen it as yet, but it was meant to launch during the week. Can you again shed any light on that, Heron? Or
which question is this?
Is CRU Exchange now available for CRU points to unit in the market?
I can check because the date given was between 25th to 31st, and the last I heard was it was not working yet. And it was even Andre gave an answer for that. All right, I'll put in the answer in the chat later. Just come back. But I'm just going back to the CRU exchange right now just to see if that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me 1 second, Andrew. You can take the next question. And I'll come back to that.
All right, cool. We're actually getting pretty close to the time though, guys. So we're gonna have to take a couple more and wrap it up. Mun has asked, how can we cash out to fiat currency with the unblocked CRU? If we can't now, when will we be able to do so? You can do so. Still, peer-to-peer is still available at the moment, so you can do it that way. You can also, that's the only way you can do it is peer-to-peer at the moment, unless the exchange that Heron's just checking on again is open again. You will definitely be able to in the future anyway. When it hits the public exchange, there'll be unlimited as to what you can do with it. But again, at that time, you'll be like why would you want to? It'll have a really good value, and it'll continue to pay you each and every month. So that's one of those things there.
While I'm looking at that, Kim Pierce, who is your leader manager? Put it in the chat, and maybe we will probably have a common connection here,
Say again.
and we'll put you.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So Kim Pierce said she could see her leader manager, but even the leader manager doesn't know who the upline is. So maybe tell us who your leader manager is. Maybe we probably know her or him, and we can see if there was a common upline here.
This is a cool question from Sue. I like it. I was in India. Don't remember your opening speech. My bad. No, that's okay. That's okay. There was a lot going on that weekend. I fully appreciate it. This is, if this was known by our company back then, why have they been caught with very little in liquid funds? It's a really good question, and it can be answered in a couple of different ways. Ideally, we'd like to have a whole heap of liquid funds at the moment to be able to go on a shopping spree. Now, unfortunately, look at the right camera, Andrew, as was mentioned in a couple of webinars previously, when we were talking about February, March, this is going back a while. Our former financial director trusted a trader probably a little bit too much than he should have, and a lot of our liquid assets evaporated. So we've got a very big portion of our portfolio is in long-term stuff, or medium to long-term, so sort of 3 to 5 years sort of things. And we're Heron's the best one to answer this. We're continually looking at different liquid things that we can get into to give people a profit bonus each and every month, but to have the funds there available to be able to go straight into it. Now we are in a unique position, particularly with funding in India, where we can where we are looking at a number of different things right now. We're kind of cashed up, so to speak, but they're not instruments in the market, so they're not being paid out in profit bonus. You want anything to add to that, Heron?
All I will say was, of course, and I will re-quote what I said earlier. We hit the bump in the road. Yep. Okay. Does that mean we're just gonna sit at the place that we bumped and just gonna cry about it and start blaming each other? Probably not. The CEO is well aware of that, and that is why, as I again mentioned earlier, the whole system of various departments is coming. And yeah, it is true, the investment department doesn't want to make mistakes like before, and of course we learn from mistakes. But I can assure you that it's a small downtime that we're taking just to make sure our next course of action is right. When the next course of action is actually justified and that the team agrees, and everyone in the investment council and presidential council kind of agrees that this is the way we should be going, it will go on a full speed ahead, and maybe the growth pattern will be going really well, and the liquid asset issues and also the portfolio growth will be assured. So give us some time. We're just trying to have the systems in place properly, ready, and things will materialize. Now I'm starting to answer like a politician, aren't I?
Yes.
But it is what it is. All right, it is what it is, and yeah, all I will say is picture abhi baki hai.
Meheri dost. Bet, I've seen your question, mate. Get in touch with me because I'm pretty sure you're in my structure. So let's have a chat. If I'm thinking of who your sponsor is from what I've heard through the traps, then I understand. So get in touch and we'll sort something out. Mick, yes, I did say you needed a packed lunch to get from one side of the stage to the other. Guys, plenty of great questions today. Thanks very much. But it is. I've got another appointment that I need to get onto now. I've got some other stuff that I need to create with our very lovely Rita Ashen. So I'm going to have to call it quits for today. Heron, thanks for being with me. If you do have questions, okay, guys, remember, go to the banner in this group, the one at the top that says the Asia Pacific Facebook group. Click on the banner. It will take you to the description where the link is for the form where you can submit questions that we can ask from here. But obviously also you can ask them live as well. But as you can see, we've been answering questions all the way through today, apart from about the first 5 minutes. So, Heron, thanks for being with me, my friend.
Thanks, bro. Just one last thing, one parting message I'd like to share. I won't take so long, less than 30 seconds. a lot of people are here, I would say, high achievers. We really want to do best things in our life and keep moving forward, right? But then whenever certain goals, certain tasks that we do are achieved, we don't, sometimes not necessarily that we move forward. Does it make sense? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give this quote. If your goals are being reached, set a bigger goal. All right. And if you already reached the top of a mountain, find a bigger mountain. All right. So with that, stay classy, everyone. Thank you, Andrew, for having me.
Thanks for being here with me, Aaron. Thanks for everyone for joining us here. I hope you're getting value out of these each and every week. We will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, 12:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, and we look forward to seeing you all then. Until then, guys, have an amazing day. Get ready for Golden Friday, the 29th and 30th, and of course we've got a webinar Saturday night. Myself, Annette Martin-Stonne, and Rita Ashen will be on there as well. So, guys, make sure you tune into that. There's two parts. One will start at 12 p.m. Moscow, and the next one at 3 p.m. I believe. So, make sure you're there, and we'll talk to you guys really, really soon. Go out, crush it. Remember, you create everything in your life, so you might as well create something amazing. Have a good one. Take care.